Okay, so our day 3 is going to be about running small programs. You mean you can also take it as a mini project. Okay, so first let's start with installing Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook is the one which we use for our AIML applications. Like it is a very simple one in which you can execute your program line to line and understand the flow of your entire program. Okay, having said that, I'll just start. Okay, I'll start sharing my screen. You kindly make note of whatever is happening in the class so that you can also refer and do. If your notes is not sufficient, you can also watch the video which we upload on YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe it if you like the content. Okay, so to install Jupyter Notebook, go to your terminal. Okay, you open the VS Code, right? This is your terminal. There is a simple command to install it. It is pip. You see, pip is a package to install all the frameworks and libraries for Python. It's like think Python is a mobile application before installation. Okay, it doesn't have much thing. Like when you see it on Play Store, no, you'll just see what the application is, and if you want to know how it works, you will install it. You have observed this, right? When you try to install, application will be of 10 MB, and after you install, some applications might take up to 1 GB. Why is it? Because it have some packages totally what do you say that compressed. So when you install it and open it, all the compressed will go back to its original size. In the same way, pip pip is the one which have all the packages compressed, and you can use whatever the packages you want. So pip is the one which is available online. When you have Python, you can communicate with online. I mean, you can go to the internet and download the packages. So we need not go to Chrome and search what packages to install. Here there is a platform from which we can communicate with the internet directly using the commands. So just the command is pip install. And what are we discussing about? It is about Jupyter Notebook, right? So it is a notebook. Okay, you just type this command and click on enter. If someone is following, I'll also copy paste the same thing. Okay, I'll just type it so that you can follow along with me. Okay, let's see if it is installed or not. Okay, it's still in progress. So basically, to just make you understand even more better, Jupyter Notebook is used especially by data science and AI work. I mean AI engineers. So it lets us write code step by step and see output immediately. So it is very useful for learning AI, because if we write one thing and try to see the output instantly, that will be better, right? Okay. If someone is following, you can just install it right now. Else you can just make note of it and install it when you do practical. Even if you get any doubt, you can refer to the YouTube video. I'll post it tonight. Like immediately after the class, it might take 15 to 20 seconds to upload, and after that I'll just post you. Okay. We'll open the Jupyter Notebook. For that, there is a simple command: Jupyter Notebook. Okay. After typing this command, you can just click enter. Let's see what happens. You got a URL. First, let's see this. You'll get a URL, a localhost URL. Also, directly you'll be sent to a Chrome browser or Edge browser, and this gets run on this browser only. See, this is our directory. I mean our folder, and this is the file which we have. Okay, that simple it is. So you can also access it in this way. Just click on control and click on this, so this will get opened here. Okay, if Jupyter is open in your browser, congratulations, you are now officially inside the AI workspace. Now we are going to work with AI. So to create a new file, you can just click on this new and then Python 3 IPY kernel. Okay, now this will get opened. Okay, now let's start writing our code. You just consider this as a mini project, which let's name it. It is student marks analyzer. Okay, students marks analyzer. Okay, we'll do two mini projects for today. Okay, so this is our first project, and to run this line what you'll do is you'll click just you'll click this run selected cell. I'm just showing the basic. Okay, now this got executed. Okay, we have seen how to use this, but there is another way to do this. It is click shift and enter, so this cell will get executed. Okay, let's see with the statements which we have learned yesterday. Print hello AI, and what should we do to run this? If I just click on enter, it goes to the it goes to the next line. So to run this, what we should do and is click on shift, press shift and enter. Okay, now you can see the output hello AI. Cool. Now let's begin again. So let's start our mini project. Our mini project is students marks analyzer, right? So we'll take marks of students in a list. We have discussed what's a list yesterday. Okay, let's take some marks: 45, 67, 87, 34, 72, 90, 55. Okay, now close this. So think like this is a data set. Basically, when you're dealing with AI and ML, data sets are very large. But to make you understand how a data structure, how a data set is constructed, you just try to understand data set is a set of values. It's basically data means all this data and set means in a place. Okay. Now you have these all marks listed. What you'll do is, if you want to print these marks, you'll just print marks. You know this, right? We have learned this yesterday. Click enter, shift enter, shift enter, and you can see these marks. But what will we get by printing only these marks? Nothing, right? We can just see this data here, and the same data is being displayed here. So let's make something interesting with this. See, you can map in this way. We are considering marks of each student. So how many marks are here? 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as the marks are 7, you can also consider that number of students are also 7, right? So let's make use of that data. So total students, we have seen whatever the data we want to print, we will just use these quotes, and whatever the data which is in the variable, we will just keep a comma and make use of this. Okay, let's see a simple function, a basic function to print number of marks we have. So to print number of marks, we use length function. Len means length of marks. So just don't get overwhelmed because we are making use of inbuilt functions just now, without any basic intro to this. Try to understand that this is nothing much complex. It is just simple. this thing we are printing the length of this whole list, like how many elements they are in the list, but we are mapping it to total number of students. Okay, hope this makes sense. Now what I'll do is shift and enter. See, now you can see total number of students are 7. Okay, we are intelligently mapping number of marks to number of students. Okay, now let's do some basic calculations. Can anyone tell me what the formula of average is? Average or mean? Anyone? Formula of a mean.
The observations by number of observations.
Good. So we are going to use the same formula. Yeah, thank you, Yashasvi. Average is equal to sum of observations by number of observations. But can we write in the same way which we have learnt in mathematics? We can write, but there is a structure to write them. So basically the same formula, but for computer to understand what we are telling, we are using the programming language, right? So we will make use of the same language and try to help computer to understand what we are conveying. Okay, so sum of what? Sum of marks. So not like the ordinary ones we used to solve, like not the ones we used to solve on paper, just taking 45 plus 67 plus. There is a inbuilt function called sum, which adds up everything which is in the list. Okay, so that's why we are using Python, because it has a lot of inbuilt functions. Okay, we got sum of observations. Then how to get number of observations? Simple. Here the number of observations are 7, right? How did you get 7? We used the function called len of marks. Let's copy the same thing. Okay, hope this makes sense. Sum of observations is adding up all these in the list, and number of observations means how many observations. Like we can't dynamically type it, right? I mean we can't dynamically type it, so we are using a function called length of marks. So we can just replace this with 7, but what if the values are dynamic? Dynamic, which means when a user types from browser in a runtime. So that's the reason we are using the functions, not just statically typing whatever it is in the data. Okay, now to execute, what should we do? Shift and enter. What happened? Oh, sorry, we need to print the average, right? Print average marks average. Okay, we leave some space. Okay, we are printing. See, now you can see the average marks is 64.28 and some number. Okay, hope this makes sense. You have printed the average, you calculated the average, not like the manual way. You used the intelligent functions which are given by Python and printed the average. Congrats, you have learned the first one, the first step, because uh, in our ML models we make use of averages to cut down the noise. I mean that's some what advanced topic, but I try to make it much simple for you guys. Okay, now let's make use of loops which we have studied yesterday. Why loops? Because to classify students we'll have some average, right? So let's take, no, not average, but some pass mark. We'll classify students if the student passed or not. Okay, for 100 what can be the pass mark? It can be 40 or 38. Okay, let's take 38. Let's take a loop. Okay, so these are the number of students, right? Let's loop through all the marks and verify if every student passed the test. Okay, let's take the average mark as 50, because there is no number which is less than 38. Okay, let's take it as 50. We have seen, right? For I in marks, which means we are looping through the entire list. If m is greater than or equal to 50. See, we are also giving a condition. If the student marks are greater than or equal to 50, not m, sorry, I, then see, also take care while you are writing code because indentations matter and they cause errors. Indentation means a tab space. Print pass. Then else what you'll print? Print no. Okay. Okay, let's also print the mark. Okay, shall we execute this? Now what it did, it classified all, uh, it looped through the entire list and printed if the student was pass or not. See, we have taken average mark as 50, right? So 45 is less than 50, so it is no. And the remaining are pass. Okay, you can also see 34. 34 is not greater than 50. So you can, it classified it as no. So this is how AI systems make decisions based on the conditions. Then what next? We also have toppers, right? Toppers of the class. So how to find who made the top? Okay. For that we have a function called max, maximum. In this list, if we want to see the maximum one, we can see it is 90. But how can a computer identify? So for that there is a function called max. Max of the whole thing called marks. Okay. For now we'll just cut it down and we'll print it along with our statement. The topper is, okay, the topper got highest mark, comma, this. Okay, so we are printing out the maximum of marks. For that there is a Python inbuilt function called max. Okay, the topper got highest mark and the mark is 90. Okay, so in this example we have only used 7 students. In AI we can do the same with 70,000 students or 7 million students, but the logic is same, only the scale changes. Hope this is clear for you. If this is clear, let's go with another project, another mini project. Just let me know with a thumbs up or with any symbol. Like if you didn't understand, you can just tell me. If you understood, let's proceed. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubt in this, you can just ask. Okay, let's go with another example. This, let's save it. To save it now, what you'll do is you'll just click on this and change its name. Change its name to marks. Okay, and click on rename. So to create another file, what you'll do is you'll click on this file, new, and it's a Python file. Okay, no, you want the same thing, IPY kernel. So let's create it. Okay, start. Let's rename this. Okay, let me just tell you the name of our second project which we are going to do. This is not a big project, it's a small project called a mini project. Okay, it is, let's name it movie. Why movie? Because we try to simulate simple movie recommendation system logic. You have heard about bigger projects like movie recommendation systems. Like, just let us see how the logic exactly works. No, if not exactly, let's try to simulate how it tries to understand. Like, let's try to understand the basic or minimal logic of a movie recommendation system. You have watched lot many movies, like in Netflix. If you select a genre, like a comedy genre or horror genre, it suggests movies accordingly. Let's try to replicate similar kind of thing. Okay, so let's create a variable for this. A variable which means like genre. So this is a variable. Let's consider this statically. I'll take action movies because I like them. Okay, so I have declared a variable. Now let's create a list of movies. Movies. So let's create a list of movies. See, let me again tell you, uh, we are creating a list of movies, but we are going to use a tuple inside a list. A tuple is basically represented within parenthesis. See, this is a tuple. Like, tuple is also another type of data. I mean, another type of data type in which you can store lot many values, but without duplicates. So here we are using tuple for uh, numbering out. I mean, for indexing out. Let me also explain you. But first, let's see what we are going to do. Movies is equal to a list of tuples. First, let's take Avengers. Avengers is an action movie. Okay, let's close this. Go to the next line. Titanic. Titanic is a romantic movie. Okay, I forgot to keep a comma because we are separating. See, uh, these are also values in a list. So that's the reason we are going to separate them with commas. So this is one element, this is another element, like this whole tuple is one element and this whole tuple is another element, just like we have seen marks, no, 50, 60, 70, they are separated by commas. So these are also elements within a list. Okay, now what do we have? Let's take an Indian movie. Bahubali. Bahubali is action. Okay, let's take it in a new line. What do we have? Okay, Interstellar. It's a sci-fi, right? Okay, 4 movies are enough for now. Let's close this. See, what we are trying to do is we are trying to map a movie name with its genre. So it's like our data set. We have prepared our data set. So each movie has a name and a genre linked to it. So let's see how we can make use of this. I have told indexes, right? Hmm? Let's see what index means exactly. But first, let's print our statement. Select a movie or recommended movies for you. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll make use of this. For that, what we should do is we should loop through our entire movies list. Okay. So for that, we will use for loop for I in movies if movie now comes index topic. Listen carefully. Okay, what we have done in, okay, we have selected, we used a for loop. Okay, and we used a condition. So why should we use a condition? We use a condition just to match our genre with the genre which we selected. So there are lot many genres, right? Like you have seen, right? So we want to match this genre with this genre, and whatever matches we want to print out those. Okay, so now what is movie of 1? See, here every tuple has two values, right? So this is at an index 0 and this is at index 1. Again, this is at index 0, this is at index 1. Index 0, index 1. Index 0, index 1. At a whole, what we are doing is we are considering index 1, which is genre. Okay. So movie of 1 means nothing but we are selecting genre out of this entire loop. Okay. Don't get confused with this. We will deal with lot many examples just like this. This is a smaller one. Okay, just observe what's happening. Okay. So with what we are comparing with liked genre. Then what we'll do, if we found a match, we'll just print what all movies are available. So again we will make use of this index. Movie of index 0. Index 0 means basically the first one. Avengers, Titanic, Bahubali, Interstellar are all the movie names. So they are located at index 0. So index 0, index 1, as we have discussed previously. We'll just print the movie name. Okay. So just try to check the output. Okay. So nothing much to ponder over it. It's just instead of using I used movie. Okay, don't worry. Now it will get clear. See, now you can see the movies Avengers and Bahubali, which are under the category of action. So if I select this as Sci-Fi and run this now. Okay, first I need to run this, now this. Now you can see the change. Oh, where is it? Okay, let's run it again. What happened? I messed up with something. Okay, I'll just save this. Okay, now I'll just restart because the tab failed for some reason. Okay, now you can see the movie name Interstellar, because this is the one I have selected. The genre I have selected is Interstellar. We can also take this as input from a user. Input, enter movie name. Okay, now let's try running it. Run all cells. Okay, let's give no enter movie genre, sorry, action. See, now you can see Avengers and Bahubali. Clear? So the system checks each movie. If genre matches user interest, it recommends. Basically this happens in our movie recommendation systems. Okay, now we have learned through this example how data is stored, how user preference affects the output, and how recommendation logic works. That AI starts from simple rules before ML. Okay, we have learnt these all, like these are the outputs we got by running this example. So just like Netflix, YouTube, Amazon use these kinds of logic only. Now these days machine learning use this logic. Sorry to get confused. Machine learning also learns in the same way, like we train the machine or the model in the same way. Okay, So just to conclude, the real AI is just the logic. Whatever we write the logic, it gets implemented. Like it's not something beyond what we understand. There is a logic behind the AI. I mean, even after ChatGPT, there is lot of logic written so that it runs as they expect. And it also includes learning automatically from user behavior and large data. Okay, so let's learn it. Don't get confused even if you don't understand this example also. I'll come up with a better example tomorrow. Okay, hope you enjoyed today's class, and let's meet again tomorrow at 8 p.m.